This tutorial demonstrates how to manage private certificates within the Shinjiru private cloud platform. In the scenario that we're developing an internal app and don't want to keep generating SSL certificates, we can create our own CA and certificates to mimic production. Expand the service catalog. Navigate to Private CA. Click to initiate new private certificate authority creation. Enter a name for your private certificate authority. Select Root CA. Select your preferred key algorithm for your private certificate authority. Choose your preferred signature hash algorithm. Specify the validity period for your certificate authority. Provide an organization name for your private certificate authority. You can use a random name. Enter an organization name associated with the certificate. Specify the organization country using the country code, for example SG, Singapore. Provide a state name to specify the certificate's region. Specify the locality for organization information. Click to finalize and create your private certificate authority. Click to download the created certificate. Navigate to Certificate Management section. Click to initiate the creation of a new private certificate. Select the previously created private CA to issue the certificate. Choose Server Certificate. Enter a name for the new certificate. Enter the domain name of the application. Choose the key algorithm for the certificate. Choose the signature hash algorithm. You can choose to enable or disable private key password authentication. Specify the validity period for the certificate. Similar to the steps for creating a private CA, enter the certificate details accordingly. Click to finalize and create the private certificate. Navigate to Dedicated Load Balancer service. Ensure your load balancer is assigned with a public IP address and that the application domain name points to this IP. Open the configuration page by clicking your load balancer name. Navigate to Listener tab. Click to create a new listener for the load balancer. Enter a name for the new listener. Select the HTTPS protocol to listen on. Enter port 443 in the input field. Choose the created private certificate. Set the maximum connection limit or select no limit. Expand the Advanced Configuration section. Configure access control to allow all IP addresses or whitelist specific IP addresses. Specify the client idle timeout, member connection timeout, and member idle timeout in seconds. Click to move to the next step for listener configuration. Provide a name for the new pool. Expand the drop-down menu and choose your preferred load balancing method. Enable session persistence, which supports source IP, HTTP cookie, and app cookie. If app cookie is selected, you must provide a name for the cookie. Enable the health monitor, which checks pool members via TCP, ping or HTTP protocols. When ping or TCP is selected, set the max retries, test timeout and access delay time in seconds. For HTTP, it's not only max retries, test timeout and access delay time. You'll also need to define the health check method, HTTP version and the URL path. Click Confirm to save the current configuration settings. Navigate to Pools section to manage Pools member settings. Click the pool name to open configuration page. Click Add Internal Resources to select instance as pool member. Choose the same subnet as the instance you want to load balance. Select the instance you want to load balance. Click to move forward to the next resource configuration step. Enter port 80 for the application website. Enter the load balancing weight. Enter your instance's health check port number. Click the Next button to review your settings before finalizing. Click the Add button to save your configuration. Open your browser settings and go to the Certificate Manager to select the custom certificate. Click the Import button to upload the private certificate you created. Once you see this, it means the private certificate has been installed successfully. Go back to the application domain, and you'll notice the site is secured with SSL. You've successfully created a private CA, issued a certificate and load balanced your instance over HTTPS using that certificate. Please contact Shinjiru support if you encounter any issue.